On today's show,
we are back.
Advice for newcomers.
See you on the hill.
Friday Night Light homecoming game.
Ready?
Good morning, Staples. Good morning, Staples. It's Thursday, September 19th. I'm Chris McKinney.
And I'm Hannah Foley. Even though it was earlier this year, our goal was to get our shows back on the air before homecoming. And as you can see, we made it.
For those of you new to Staples, we start off each show with the pledge.
Would you all please rise?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, we mentioned that there are those who are new to Staples this year. David and David in the Period A class decided to talk to some of Staples veterans to get some advice for the rookies.
We interviewed teachers, students, and administrators on their advice for freshmen, and here it is.
Okay, my advice for freshmen. We've seen quite a few freshmen in the library already, and I just want to say any questions that you have whatsoever, come down here and ask us. We're happy to help you with anything, not just books and resources that we have, but anything about the school. We're happy to help out in any way that we can, and basically work hard, play hard.
Don't save your homework before the night before it's due. Just space it out, get it done, and you'll be set.
An important thing to do for freshmen is to get involved with everything you possibly can in your freshman year and continue doing so.
My advice for incoming freshmen or freshmen in general will just be, don't stress too much, have fun, and just do your best.
My advice to all of you is that you come into this building, it seems sometimes rather large and maybe imposing, it's larger than the school that you came from, is that I want you to know that there's plenty of adults in here to assist you if you come across any problems from time to time, which you might have, whether it be your guidance counselor, or psychologist, social worker, nurses, assistant principals, teachers, your coaches, grade level assistant, and so on, that there are plenty of adults in this building to help you sort out any issue. So please, if you're having any difficulty, no matter what it may be, find somebody that you feel relatively comfortable with, and they will direct you to the right person. Thanks.
That was some great advice, and good luck on your freshman year.
Thanks, guys, and we'd like to officially welcome the class of 2017 and anyone else new to our community.
At the end of last year's freshman class had a new idea that was an immediate hit.
For $2, people from around the school could request a song which would then be played during passing time.
They are back now as the sophomore class to organize the Passing Time Jukebox again.
Here's sophomore Steve with the details.
Hi, my name is Steve Wachowski, and I am a part of the 2016 sophomore class committee. We are raising money towards our senior prom and our senior field trip. To raise money, we will be playing music during each passing time on the week of the 14th and last week of every month. We are doing $2 donations to the group for one song. Each song needs to have your name, the name of the song, and the artist's name. The money will be non-refundable, so please make sure it's a clean version of the song.
People try to put us to down, talking about my generation, just because we get around, talking about my generation.
Please help support our 2016 committee. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve. So they are accepting song requests now.
Think about making a dedication to someone special.
It's $2 a song, and again, the people to see are either Mrs. Addix, Mrs. Morgan, or Mrs. Pandolfi.
A lot of the early excitement of the school year centers around athletics, so let's turn to sports.
First up, we wanted to get an overview of the fall sports season.
So we went to our athletic director, Mr. Lisevick, for a report.
Good morning, Staples. It's time for fall sports, and we started last week. Boys soccer, girls soccer, field hockey, and volleyball all started off with wins last week. This week, of course, is homecoming week, looking for their first win against Wilton in our homecoming football game. Please remember, during the fall season, as fans, we need your support. Try to be positive. We look forward to a great crowd at our pep rally this Friday and our homecoming games this Friday as well. Hope to see you all out there. And remember, go Wreckers.
A number of our teams are off to a great start.
We have reports of 2 of them.
First up is a preview of boys soccer. Here it is.
Staples soccer has a long tradition of excellence. To find out how they'll continue this excellence, we sat down with Dan Woog.
What games are you looking forward to this season?
All of them?
All of them?
We play them one game at a time. That's a cliche, but it's really true. I've never seen a team win 2 games in a row. If you're looking ahead, you're going to get nailed. Obviously, there are some real tough games, but the FCAC as a whole is really, really tough. We opened with Danbury. We beat them in the last minute last year. Then we have New Canaan away at night, and it just doesn't get any easier from there.
Do you have any players to watch this season?
All of them.
All of them?
It's a game of 11 players and those coming off the bench. I will say it's going to be a very exciting group of players. They love to go forward. They're shooting well. They're defending really well. It's going to be a fun, talented, physical, hopefully high-scoring for us and low-scoring against us season. And every one of the guys who is on the field is going to contribute.
How do you feel about going from the All-American goalkeeper and James Hickok to the sophomore Noah Schwaber?
You know, everybody always says, "Are you sorry that so-and-so graduated?" And I say, they should graduate. That's the job of a senior, is to graduate. We are really excited about Noah. We had him on varsity last year as a freshman. He's worked really hard in the off season. He's very different from James. He plays a different style, and he doesn't have James's size, but he's a smart player. He's a tough player, and he's got a really good defense in front of him.
This season, Jack Scott will wear the number 15 in honor of Preston Hurton. Can you give us a little background to that?
Sure. Preston was a really hard-nosed, tough, passionate player with a heart of gold who died 2 years after he graduated in 2007. He died on the soccer field of a heart condition. And ever since then, number 15, Preston's number, has been worn by a player who the previous number 15 deems worthy of carrying on Preston's tradition. And Jack is a great selection. You won't find a player who loves the game more, who works harder, who really epitomizes all the good things that Preston brought to the field, including just a great personality.
Home games on September 18th against Ridgefield, September 23rd against Central, September 28th against McMahon, October 3rd against Norwalk, October 9th against Trumbull, October 17th against Ward, October 21st against Ludlow.
See you on the hill!
STN, the Staples Television Network, is up and rolling. Their debut broadcast for the season was the girls' volleyball team's opening match against Norwalk. Here's some of the highlights.
Hi Staples, my name's Knox McKay. I'm a senior on the Staples girls volleyball team, and here are the highlights from our first game against Norwalk.
Sherman set up, Knox Shiflin, big save right there by Saran Sidak, but they can't hold it, and Staples gets the first point of the season. Gelman is going to set up Lauren Mushrow, who just gives a little bit of a tap and finds the hole. Wow. Dana Gelman right there, a little bit of a slot.
Over, they seem to just be palming it almost.
What a big hit right there by the Wreckers. Sherman is going to set up Amelia Brackett, who has a nice big hit right in front of Fanny Mendes. Nicole Chandler over to Mushrow. Sherman sets up Brackett. Big hit, tips off the wall, and Norwalk cannot recover from that one. One side, but you can see over there, it is 15-7. The Wreckers have the lead. Lauren Mushrow, big hit right in front of Paige Trelia. She looks shell-shocked from that one.
And as we've said, they've been playing together since the winter, and you can clearly see it in their communication.
Served there by Sherman, by the way. O'Hara now back over the Wreckers. Sherman sets up Shiflin. Nice hit by Shiflin.
Nevertheless, once again, she serves it over to Dana Gelman. Up
to Ariana Sherman, sets up Amelia Brackett, and that's going to be the match. That's the game, that's the match. Staples with a 25-13 win. Look at them get excited for their first win of the season.
And stop by our volleyball game against Harding on Friday night right before homecoming. Let's throw it back to the hosts.
As you could see, it was a very successful openings for both of the teams and STN.
STN will be broadcasting the homecoming game on both Cablevision Channel 78 and WWPT Radio 90.3 FM.
We mentioned that Passing Time Music was brand new last year. Another popular segment on our show which debuted last year was the Klein Challenge.
It's returning this year, but it's important that this year the students put Mr. Klein in his place.
Here's Klein Challenge number 1.
Ready? We are back for year 2 of the Klein Challenge. I am Mr. Klein. This is Mr. Zito. Zeets, good to see you again. Blow it up.
Oh man, look at the damage I have wrought.
Yes, here we are, year 2 of the Klein Challenge. Let's quickly recap last year before we move forward. The bottom line is, I won. And not only did I win, but I ran away with it, if we remember correctly. One little blip on the radar screen, one bad week.
Coach. Well, let's go to the videotape.
Before we move forward, let's do a little recap, some highlights of last year.
The lock of the week worked again.
2-0. Another perfect week.
Yeah.
Zeets, another perfect week.
Another perfect week. What's that, 4 in a row?
I am back on track. Another perfect week. I've been at this for 10 weeks. I've had 7 perfect weeks.
Another perfect week. This is ridiculous. Congratulations, Mr. Klein.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh.
That was last year.
That was last year?
That was the kids just getting used to it.
I hear you.
New year.
New year.
0-0.
0-0.
And I'm going completely different. I thought, get a football player in here. No more. Different kind of football.
Different angle.
European football with a soccer star to start us off.
Here we go. I am here with George Kokalise for the first contestant on the Klein Challenge this year. As Zeet said, George is a soccer player. Let's say if a soccer player knows anything about football. George, what kind of fan are you?
I'm a Patriots fan.
Oh, we got to start that way with another Patriots fan. Let me quickly recap. Here's the way this works. We go schoolyard style in picking these games. I give George the first pick, I get the next pick, he gets the third game, I get the fourth, etc., etc. We've had 2 weeks in the NFL season to figure out who are the pretenders and who are the contenders. So let's get it on. George, give me your first 3 picks for week 1 of the Klein Challenge.
All right. My first pick, I have the New England Patriots over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In my second pick, I have the Packers over the Bengals. And in my third pick, I have the 49ers over the Colts.
Thank you, George. George left a couple cupcakes on the board for me, so I'm going to go this route. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings to save their season at 0-2 over the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to go with Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos to beat up on the Raiders on Monday Night Football. And my lock of the week.
Ooh, that's a big lock, all right.
Going with the Seattle Seahawks at home and their 12th man, the home field advantage against the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars. If that's not a lock, I don't know what is. George, thanks for being on the show.
No problem.
Absolutely. Go Wreckers, homecoming game. We expect you to win big. That is it for week 1 of the Klein Challenge and week 3 of the NFL season. Enjoy the games. See ya!
George!
Let's go, George.
For the first time ever, we'll have the homecoming under the lights.
First off, Tyler talked to Nick Ward and Coach P about the team.
The first time, Friday Night Lights, and so we're going to talk to Coach P and Nick Ward about how they're feeling for the season. With most of the seniors graduating last year, and they're the heart and soul of this team, how have you and the other players stepped up to fill in the void that they have left?
We've put in a lot of tough and hard work this offseason. A lot of the younger guys have been stepping up. like juniors and a couple sophomores, and a lot of seniors that didn't get a lot of time last year, like Chase Colacerto, Brian Porter, Austin Nicholas, and Eddie Greenwald, are playing really well this year so far.
You know, Ward, with the season starting off not the way you guys had hoped for, losing only by 8 points, how has this loss helped you and your teammates learn from this experience? You know, how will that then help you guys for the rest of the season?
Obviously, we're very disappointed with the loss, but you know, after that game, only losing by 8 points, we kind of found out that we can play with teams like this. It gives us a little more confidence going into the season with league play and teams in the FCAC. Obviously, once again, we're disappointed with the loss, but I thought our team really fought for 4 quarters out there with a tough Xavier team.
First time we're going to have the Friday Night Light homecoming game. How are you looking forward to this, and why are you excited for it?
It's a great opportunity. It's exciting for the fans. It's exciting for the community, and I know the kids are excited to get under those lights and play a home game. And it's homecoming, so the crowd should be great. I mean, it should be a great night.
How have people stepped up in preseason and during the season to help fill in the void that the team left?
Well, I think we changed some things this year. You know, we although we're wearing these Guardian caps, we were a little bit more physical in preseason. Mm-hmm. There's competition everywhere because no one knows who's starting, who's not starting. So I think in the end, it took a while, but all those things kind of helped us get to the point where you can come out and compete with a team like Xavier. Now, you know, we've got a warrior in Jack Massey. Yeah. I mean, he's the real deal. And we got some other kids, Nick Ward, and some guys who came out there, and Will Johnson is every down, every play, he's playing his tail off, and Melnick did a great job. There were a lot of kids that really we thought, played well, and you're playing some young kids, so it just bodes well for the future. So we're like a work in progress.
Hey guys, that's it from me and Coach P. Hope you guys enjoyed the piece. Now back to the host.
Next, I try to find out how the change from early Saturday morning to Friday night for the game came about. I talked to Mr. Dodig and Officer Ned Batlin. Here's what they told me. In the fall of 2009, during an evening homecoming game, a number of students became intoxicated, had to receive medical attention, and were suspended from school for their actions. For the next 4 years, homecoming was either held on a weekday night or early on a Saturday morning. For the first time in Staples history, homecoming will be held on a Friday night under the lights. We spoke to Mr. Dodig and the Westport Police Department to see what led them to this decision and how they are preparing for this year's event.
There's nothing more exciting than a Friday night football game under the lights, and it really is where homecoming should be. So, giving it some thought and speaking to other people, I've been at this for a long time, there really is no one in this building, no student in this building who was here when we had the fiasco 5 years ago. So it's a whole new generation of students.
We've been working on a plan with the administration since school began, and we are expecting another great high school event, just like the ones we had last year.
I think Staples High School kids, by and large, are just nice people. They come from good homes, they're nice people. They're teenagers, so they screw up, right? And I, as the principal, I have to anticipate that somebody is going to screw up as part of growing up.
As always, we will have uniform presence at all the games, and we do have undercover officers, youth detectives, in the stands as well, working the games.
So I think it's worth taking a chance. I mean, I'm an optimist. I see the glass half full. I love my kids. You've heard me say that a million times. I have faith in you as students, and it's worth a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen is it's a fiasco. I mean, it doesn't. I don't worry that I'm going to lose face. I'm willing to take a chance. If it's a fiasco, we go back to homecoming breakfast like we've had for the last several years. But I think it's going to work.
The cooperation between the school staff and the police department has been outstanding, and we really do work well together.
I'd love to look back and say it was a great time and an historic event.
So let's make history tomorrow.
We're glad to be back at Good Morning Staples, and we'll be back next week for a full report on the pep rally and the game.
We'll also be debuting 3 new features on Good Morning Staples.
Tech Corner with Mr. Rogers.
Where in Westport is Wyatt San Diego.
And the new Jedi Guidance Counselor superhero, Obi-Wan Kaposi.
We'll see you at the pep rally.
And at homecoming. Go
Wreckers!